Good morning. Welcome to MTH News. I'm Arogya Tamang. Let's begin with the top stories. Result of Vice Presidential election announced. Ram Prasad Yadav elected Vice President. PM Dahal is taking vote of confidence on Monday. Nepali Congress joined the government. North Korea launched missile into sea amid US-South Korea drills. Nepal earned berth in World Cup qualifiers, won 11 out of 12 matches to seal the third place. Now, the news in detail. Former school teacher Ram Prasad Yadav, who started his political career from the Gajendra Narayan Singh-led Nepali Sadbhavana party, was elected the vice president. Yadav, who was supported by the majority constituents of the 10-party ruling alliance, secured 30,328 votes from 184 federal and 329 provincial lawmakers. Election officer Mahesh Sharma Paudel declared Yadav the winner, who secured majority votes. Besides his own party, Nepali Congress, CPN Maoist Centre and CPN Unified Socialists voted for him. Yadav held the environment and forest portfolio in the Sherbadu Deuba cabinet before November 20 elections. He has to now resign as a lawmaker. A meeting of the Central Work Execution Committee of the Nepali Congress has decided to join the government led by Pushpakamal Dahal. The meeting took place at the Federal Parliament building in New Baneshwar, took a decision in this regard. Contribution and competency will be a major guideline for selecting ministers on behalf of the party, being based on the principle of inclusion and provincial balance. The meeting also decided to direct the parliamentary party to back a vote of confidence to be tabled by Prime Minister Dahal in the House of Representatives on March 20th. Through its support to the government, the party expects to promote the existing political alliance and unity. The meeting also congratulated newly elected Vice President Ram Prasad Yadav, wishing him a successful term. It also congratulated the Nepali cricketers for their success in the ICC World Cup League 2 to be qualified for the 2023 1D Men's World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe. And with this, we take a short break. We'll be back. Do stay with us. Hello again, you're watching MTH News. Let us switch to the international sphere now in this international headline. North Korea launched a short-range ballistic missile towards the sea on Sunday. Its neighbor said, ramping up test activities in response to ongoing US-South Korea military drills that it views as an invasion rehearsal. The North's continuing missile tests showed its determination not to back down despite the US-South Korea exercises, the biggest of their kind in years. But many experts say the missile tests are also part of the North's bigger objective to expand its weapons arsenal, win global recognition as a nuclear state, and get international sanctions lifted. The missile launched Sunday from the northwestern Tongchangri area flew across the country before landing in waters off its east coast. According to South Korean and Japanese assessments, they said the missile traveled about 800 kilometers, a range suggesting the weapon could target South Korea. The chief nuclear envoy from South Korea, Japan and the US discussed the launch by phone and strongly condemned it as a provocation and threat to peace on the Korean peninsula and in the region. They agreed to strengthen coordination and issue a firm international response, according to Seoul's foreign ministry. The launch was the North's third round of weapon tests since the US and South Korean military began joint military drills last Monday. The drills, which include combat simulations and field exercises, are to continue until Thursday. Now let's move towards the sports news. Nepal national cricket team emerged from the ashes to earn maiden berth in the ICC Cricket World Cup qualifiers. Only a month ago, Nepal were languishing at the 6th position in the 7-team table of the ICC Cricket World Cup League 2, and retaining the one-day international status was a tough ask. But with Indian coach Monty Desai at the helm, Nepal won 11 out of 12 matches to seal the third place behind champions Scotland and second place Oman. Today, Nepal defeated the UAE by 9 runs under the Ducksworth-Lewis turn method after bad light stopped play after 44 overs in the second innings. The UAE had posted 310 for 6 in their allotted 50 overs, riding a scintillating century from Asif Khan. The home team, chasing a target of 311 runs, refused to give up, and Nepal were cruising at 269 for 6 with 6 overs remaining when bad light stopped the play. When the umpires dislodged the bails from the stumps, Nepal were 9 runs ahead of the DL target. The home crowd burst out in celebration and the national team cricketers ran to the pitch. The UAE team members protested the decision, but their plea fell on deaf ears. Nepal will now head to Zimbabwe for the global qualifiers, while top 3 teams of the League 2, Scotland, Oman and Nepal, will be joined by the bottom 5 teams of the Super League and top 2 from the qualifiers playoffs. 3 teams from Super League, Zimbabwe, the Netherlands and Ireland are already confirmed, while 2 teams among 3 others, West Indies, South Africa and Sri Lanka, will join them in the qualifiers along with top 2 from the month's playoffs. With these news, we have come to the end of the bulletin, and before we wrap up, the headlines once again. Result of Vice Presidential election announced, Ram Sahi Prasad Yadav elected Vice President. PM Dal is taking vote of confidence on Monday, Nepali Congress to join the government. North Korea launches a missile into the sea amid US South Korea drills. Nepal earned berth in World Cup qualifiers, won 11 out of 12 matches to seal the 3rd place. Now it's time to say goodbye. We'll be back with another English news edition of MTH News at 12 noon. Till then, keep watching MTH channel. Have a great time. Namaste.